In today's video, we're going to talk through some amazing changes that could be made to Sorare to really make the whole experience better. These aren't game-breaking, move the goalpost changes that are going to just revolutionise. Like, I'm not going to do anything that mid-season would be all like, oh god, what are they doing? They said they wouldn't change the game. These are changes that could be implemented today and we'd all be applauding them. So let me know in the comments if you agree with these. If you don't, let me know what you think you'd do instead. Let's get into the video. Reward Day should be the most exciting part of Sorare.
I can't believe how excited I am.
You've picked your best team, they've smashed, you've got into like the top 10, or even if it's sometimes even lower, but you're still picking up like a tier 1 or tier 2. Hopefully you get a star, and you open your reward, you unpack that star, and what do you find? Disappointment. This doesn't happen all the time, but I see it enough on Twitter to know that the reward structure in terms of where players are placed is not working, and we need to accept that if you can't be excited for unpacking a reward, what is going on here? Like, Sorare, this is a priority for you. You need someone to manually look through these tiers. Are there people in there that are out of place? It isn't hard to do. You can have it as someone's job for the morning. We need to get this right because this is such a huge part. We need people to feel rewarded properly, and when they're getting a backup goalkeeper or someone that doesn't play anymore as a tier 1, tier 2, it doesn't work. So Sorare, make this a top priority now. If you do that, that will cut out a lot of negativity. I guarantee you this. I like getting rewards in Classic, and we know that Classic is suffering. There are things that we can actually sort very easily, and getting the reward pool right is one of the top priorities. We can't link it just to like the last sale, because there are outliers where it suddenly looks totally dumb that someone's sitting there. So please get rewards sorted. I will come and help you if you need me. I will go through it for you. But let's get that done right away. Captain bonus was changed in recent times to 50%. What that has meant is, I can understand what Sorare want to do. They want to make it so that if you pick a bit of a off the radar person who pops off, you can actually win with a lesser team overall. The problem is, it hasn't created the positive sentiment that Sorare thought it would. It's had the opposite effect, because all we get is people crying on Twitter that this score didn't get me anything, look how high this score is, and they're comparing it to when the captain bonus used to be 20%. I think that captain bonus at 20% was fine. Nobody was crying out to have that changed. There are all the things that you need to change. That isn't one of them. So it's a real quick fix. This isn't a big shifting of the goalposts. It's just simply changing the captain bonus. It affects everyone equally. My issue with it is, if your captain doesn't do very well, you are out of the running straight away. So before, under 20%, if my captain did okay, he might have got like a 60. I think I can still do pretty well here. That's not bad with my captain bonus of 20%. Now, if my captain gets 60, I'm probably thinking I'm not going to win now. That's off the cards. I could probably do okay. But even worse, if your captain doesn't get a decisive, and say he plays on the Friday, well, right off that team, you're not doing anything. And it's so demoralising when you got the rest of the team that do well. It is a quick fix to do. Just change the captaincy back to 20%. I think you'll find most of the community would be in favour of it. You'll have less people crying on Twitter because all the scores will go down overall as well. So suddenly, that score that you thought was good now is good if you get it. So I always think if I get over 450, then I'll start looking. But it does depend on the game week, which some people don't seem to understand in terms of multiple teams smashing. So yeah, let's get the captaincy bonus to 20%. We need to sort out training. Training is the most boring task that you can ever do. It is so, like, all I'm doing is I'm just shoving people in. I'm trying to get their XP up, yes, but why? We've all got 6 teams now. That is across the board, it's the same. So 6 times 5, that is 30. So rather than having 6 training teams, just give us a training squad. Let me add in any 30 players, even if they're all goalkeepers, even if they're all forwards, just Everyone's got equal opportunity. We don't need to keep setting 6 separate training lineups. That is boring and takes time, and there's no need for it. Let's just pick 30 players as a squad, and they'll all get their XP up. So you literally just pick 30 players, done. That's training done. It's a quick win. A lot of new people don't even really understand what training is. Do we even need training? That's also something we could discuss. Maybe just scrap training altogether. Just have XP go up as it goes up. Because at the moment, it's just an added wrinkle to the game that has very small benefits if you utilise it. But if it's just a grind, isn't it? You've got enough lineups to set, and then you've got 6 training lineups as well. So yeah, let's revamp training. Let's do something with training. My proposal is just have a squad of 30, so you can just do it all within like one pickings, and we'll go from there. Personally, I do like divisions. I think they're actually quite a strategic element of the game. It does mean that when you're picking your best lineup in Division 1, you do have to actually add that consideration. Is this person a guaranteed starter? And I know people moan about it on Twitter, the divisions at times, but remember, that is just a small proportion of the user base, and it's often the loudest because they've been here longer. I like divisions. There's only one thing I would like to add. If you get the high score of everyone, whether you're in Division 1 or Division 5, I think you should get something for that, for being the team of the week. And I would say, why not just give it, let's say 500, if say you won 500 essence for having the team of the week. Yes, I know they're doing an essence crackdown, but 500 amongst all of those divisions, I think they could find it, even if it's just 300, even if it's just a cash prize, an extra £300. Because if I don't, as we've discussed on previous videos, I don't like to just buy the stars. I like to think about it and plan around like the teams that I think have potential, but I need to get them to Division 1. If this was in place, if I have a team pop off and they're in Division 4, if they've been the top performing team of the whole game week, why should I not get something on top? So that's what I would do, because that way you're going to keep a lot more managers happy. There's less of that argument of, oh, if I'd have played this in Division 1. So yeah, let's do that. That would definitely make it a lot more palatable if I hit the top score and I'm in Division 3, for example. Here's another no-brainer from Sorare if they want to make money. I don't know about you guys, but say for example you want to buy a player and you're looking on the market, and say for example I've got £100 in my wallet. Say I'm looking at Cole Palmer and I want to buy it off someone in the market, and I want to make an offer, so I want to put out, I only want to pay, I don't know, £70. I have to go to someone who's got it and I have to offer them £70. That comes out my wallet. I then have to wait, which can be a while, for them to then say no. Right, okay, let me find the next person, offer them the £70. Again, I'm having to wait around. What they should implement is something a bit like on OpenSea, where you can put an offer out to Cole Palmer Limited, and then anyone who's got Cole Palmer Limited, it will have at the bottom next to the Cole Palmer, this is the highest offer on Cole Palmer from anyone at the moment, so anyone can accept that offer. That way it's a very liquid market, because everyone is capable of seeing the offers that have been sent on that card. I think this would be really, really good, because I know I was like looking for a Bart Verbruggen rare, and I was going on people trying to get a deal done, but I'm having to wait around. If I could just send an offer out that goes out to everyone who has it, they'll all see that offer and they can make their decision. They can reject it. There could be a notification to say you don't want to receive the offers, whatever, but it's so time consuming. So that's a really easy one. Now, the early access cards were awesome. Having them in their wrapper, being able to buy them before the season started was a huge success. We can all admit that. There's just one thing that's been bugging me, and that is when we have to wait for the cards to actually have their photos so they can change into their new team. Now, this might be just a very niche moan from me, because I have a Ferdy Kadioglu from his previous team. Obviously, he's now been at Brighton for a couple of months now. I have a 5% Brighton collection. He cannot benefit from that 5% until they bloody get his photo done and I can unpack him. I understand there's limitations on them, that they need to wait for the photos, but what they can do is let me change what is on that wrapper to a Brighton badge and have him in my Brighton collection. This is not a big ask, because every time if he pops off, I'm losing the collection score on him, and that's affecting my chances of climbing higher in the leaderboard. I've built up that collection for a reason. So please, like, if someone has changed clubs, please let us at least change the badge until you go about getting that photo done, because it's affecting me. It's affecting my bottom line. It's affecting my money. So I need this done. That's just a little personal one from me. It probably doesn't affect many people, but it's my YouTube channel, so I need to get my own personal moans out as well. At the start of the season, Sorare had got it down to a T. The boxes felt like rewards, just like they said they would. I was enjoying it. I was getting like the 10 essence, 20 essence, 30 essence. It was actually quite fun, open up your multiple boxes. And I just thought, wow, I'm going to really enjoy this season. And then obviously they nerfed it. And ever since, it's just dead. Like, I don't even want to kind of put content out of me opening boxes, because I don't even really enjoy opening boxes. So why would I want you to watch me go through the misery? You know what it's like. So I'm sure they're going to assess it, but please, can you rework it? Make it fun to open boxes again. I really feel like they should have changed the crafting levels. If everyone was crafting too much at the bottom level, then raise the bottom level. I'd much rather the bottom level was 50 and tailored up, and I'm still getting the same amount of essence. Psychologically, that still feels better than what they have done, where I'm getting a lot of 1 essence, level ups, 1 essence. Like, no, like, you did it the wrong way round. Like, you had it so good, and yes, the calculations you done were wrong, which, for one, that you had to change it this early speaks volumes. Like, you shouldn't be in this position in late October, early November. Okay, so you got it wrong, but there's lots of ways that you can change it, and I would say change the crafting levels, rework, make it so that if you open a tier 5 level, you can't get a star. Maybe you can only get like the next level up at best, because ultimately we want to be enjoying opening these boxes, and we were, but now we're not. And that's a big problem, really, because that's what the whole point of this season was sold on, was that they're going to feel like rewards, not chores. Did you agree with all those changes, or do you think I'm talking out my backside? Do let me know in the comments, and thank you very much for watching the video as ever. If you want me to put out any other types of content, then let me know as well. Do like, do subscribe, very much helps me out, so thank you very much.